Hold up. Yeah.
What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Talk Drives. Ladies and gentlemen, the future is now. Robin, that is, I think, the producer from Top Drive. So basically, the person who is pulling the strings and just deciding where Top Drives will go, communicated with us and told us, okay, what is happening? What is next in Top Drives? And, well, get in for a ride, ladies and gentlemen. Get in for a ride. Get yourself a cup of coffee or a beverage of your choice. And then let's go into what is happening. So first of all, he was speaking about the retuning option. The retuning is done, basically. That's what he said. He wants to have more different tunes competitive, which makes it interesting. For example, if we look here into my cars, let's take here, and then we say we go into handling. We do have here, for example, the Lotus Elise Sprint from 2017 with the 323 tuning, while we have the Lotus Elise Sprint as well here with the 233 tuning, because I thought, like, hey, let's go for handling. However, this one I have for 150 days, and this one I just got new, and I have for no, I'm like, oh, I have both for 115 days. Did I? That's funny. I know, 150 and 115. I was like, eh. But here you see 198 races. And with this one I already did more. I did 226 races because, yeah, the 323 option is way more competitive. And, well, they want to add a little bit of more, like, variety, and that you can use different tunes. Let's see about this one. It's going to be interesting. One thing what you should keep in mind is whenever they give you the option of retuning, think wisely, really. There's like, don't immediately do it and be like, okay, well, here we go. I turned this one into 323 because that one is winning most of the times. And as well, like on slalom test, 323 is winning against the 233. Be careful with this one. You want to make sure, let's maybe relax a little bit and see if there are some significant changes, and maybe now a 233 option is interesting. You know what I mean? It's like, that's why. However, it's nice that they give this option later, so we can definitely work on some cars which we upgraded incorrectly. For example, me and the Mazda Furai. But I would not be too fast. I would not be too quick. I would wait a little bit and see if there's some new revelations. Thinking about yeah, just like some new knowledge about some different tunes. So that was one thing. That was something we knew already. Then another thing is that they actually wanted, they were working on, or are considering, and I knew that already because they asked for feedback as well, regarding UI. What is UI? UI means user interface. That's basically what you're seeing here right now, the user interface. So currently, I mean, the user interface didn't change much. We still have here single player. We got the challenge here. Here we got offers. If there are no offers, then later it will show, I think, the forum. And here we have events. So basically, that's about it. I think they want to keep this option to show you different offers, just to make you aware of yeah, that there is something happening. But they want to add here a little bit. They were telling that at the moment this is like restricting them, and they would, if they want to add a new feature, they would like it to be displayed somewhere here rather than only in like the event section, where they, for example, have the club feature in the event section. So they want to add here and work a little bit on this. Let's see how it will look like. I don't think that's bad. I think that's actually good. However, they were speaking about 3D models and the environment, and I must say, I mean, if we go right now into a race and let's see a couple Coupe Cascade, we're going into this one, whatever, here we go. And then we talk about 3D models. It's like, first of all, 3D models of cars, I don't think it's necessary. It's a card collecting game, and I'm fine with this one. have a couple nice new pictures if available, but I would not say it's really necessary to have some. Oh, someone seriously put in an upgrade into this bad boy. Okay. I wonder if he can. Nah, I don't think so. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, I don't think it's important to have 3D models. And then we see they want to add here and want to make this more pretty. To be honest, I don't think it's necessary. It's sufficient enough. And honestly, everybody is usually doing this. And there you just skip and you barely see anything from it. I'm not really focusing on any of the surroundings here. I don't know how you guys are. I know that Hutch can do it, so they don't need to prove it to us. If you want to see a game where you can like see 3D models and stuff like this, then go. Rebel Racing is your game for that one. Great game, I like it. And there we do have 3D models, we have surroundings, it looks beautiful. So I know Hutch can do that, they don't need to prove anything to us. So I think for me this is a clear no. I don't need it. What would be interesting, if they want to add this, maybe sounds. Like different sounds, that could maybe make it interesting. That you maybe can listen to some of the car sounds, but obviously, I mean, for 2000 models, getting all the sounds, and not just like having 10 categories, like, okay, this is a sports car, this is a coupe, this is a limousine, this is a sedan, you know what I mean? It's like, if you actually want to do it right, this is going to cost a lot of investment there. And so I don't think it's that big of a deal. By the way, here do we have a chance for this tier 1? Stuart, no one is trying to beat me here. Maybe I can get that tier 1. Let's go a little bit more. So, UI changes. Yes, I don't mind adding a little bit like a fresh look to the interface. Many games did that in the past. If you want to know what I'm talking about, for example, think about, I don't know if you played it, but I played it a lot. Nitro Nation, for example, it's a drag and drift racing game. If you see how it looked like way back, like 3 years ago, to how it looks now, it looks way better now than it looked like 3 years ago or something. So, didn't I just race this guy? Okay, this time he doesn't have a... There we go. So I think it is nice to have some UI changes. I couldn't care less about 3D cars or about the environment. Absolutely not. Adding some more options to the home screen. This is the main menu which you see at the beginning. Yes, okay, absolutely. Why not? Why not? So that about this. Then they were speaking about flexible criteria. I will tell you in a second what I think they mean, because I must say this information, this update, what they were giving us here is, to say the least, not really so easy to understand, to comprehend as well. Like not really speaking exactly what they want to do, more like, okay, maybe a little bit around this and that. Maybe maybe it's because they were just like, they don't want to narrow it down on a specific thing. Tell like, I don't know, the wall is going to be blue, for example, saying like this. And if we see the wall is a little bit greenish and not fully blue, we're going to be like, well, not that we complain. Maybe that's a reason, if you understand what I mean. However, they were speaking about flexible criteria, and just to give you an idea what this means, as far as I get it, is they want to include more different brands. Like we spoke about, for example, the concept tag or the echo tag has been rarely to never been used. I don't know if it has ever been used. I don't think the concept tag has been used ever. So, however, if we go here into filter, we have different filters, and we have here, for example, different tags, and I want to use more cars, and I want to use more manufacturers, smaller manufacturers as well, thinking about Volvo, for example, which has barely been used at all, and so and so. And when they want to do this, they want to make sure that you have a chance to actually get those models as well. And for example, sometimes you will have an event, for example here, Italian 60s till 80s carbon fiber pack. This is relating to the current event running, and that is fine, but sometimes they're going to be an event and like, I don't know, where they're giving out an off-road pack, but you know, half of the cars in there are not useful at all for some of the events. So they want to make sure that whenever there is a pack that it's actually designed for a specific event. And so, I don't know, Coupe Cascade, they want to make sure it's a Coupe Japanese cars pack. Do we have this actually? Because, I mean, looking at this one, that's actually a perfect example, I think. Yeah, we don't have a Coupe Japanese, and I don't think they can do this, if I'm not incorrect. I don't think they can do it at the moment, but they want to add this. So, when you have a Coupe Cascade event where you need coupes and where you need Japanese cars, they don't want to, like, for example, right now they're giving out a Nissan pack, but Nissan is not the only brand which you can use here. Plus, there are lots of Nissan cars which are not useful for this event because they are not coupe cars. So, speaking about this, that is nice. That is nice. I think that is definitely an improvement. But, and now we speak about the last thing what they talked about, and they called it Tune into the Future. And well, in top device we have, I hate that I can't click this all cars button. In top, seriously, all cars, I hate you. This is really, it's really, there you go. I need to click on my cars to click on all cars, so weird. So you see, in top device we have brands from Acura all the way down to Vauxhall and Volkswagen. We have tons of brands here. We have over, I think, around 2,000 cars we have in this game. So to add new brands, there are less manufacturers ahead of us than there are behind us. So that means basically there are not so many left anymore, which you can add because there are only as many car manufacturers in the world. And many of the brands which if we would add, for example, let's say Rimac or Rimac, however you want to call it, or NIO, the Chinese electric manufacturer. Those cars usually are lots of those cars are like hyper performance cars. They're super fast, and so plus they don't have that great range of a model, you know, so a model range. That means not so many cars are there available. So I don't know, Rimac, how many cars did Rimac do so far? I don't know, 3, 4, 5, something like this. You probably know it from Top Gear. Interesting episode, they crashed one of those. But luckily, everybody got safe out of that one. Healthy out of that one. So a little bit hospital, but that's an interesting episode. You can watch that later. However, tune into the future, that means they actually want to add. So if you're looking into a car, let's say here we have the Ford GT, it is maxed out, that's it. With the retuning option, I can later change and tell like, okay, I want to turn this into a 233 or into a 332, something like this. But what they want to do, or what they're thinking about, and I do not like that, what they want to do is to add parts to it. So that means maxing this car out is not it. And if you want to know what this means, in simple terms, you could actually check out Rebel Racing. Rebel Racing has that. In Rebel Racing, we have the possibility to, you need to have fusion credits, and you need to have augmented parts, and so and so and so. Or if maybe there's some mobile gaming veterans among you, then you know CSR2. If you play CSR2, you know exactly what I'm talking about, tuning parts and stuff like this. Specific tuning parts which are either for Ford or even for the Ford GT and so and so, and then you need this and that. You cannot just like tell, okay, I got my fusion cars, I put them in, I go to the next tier, I max it out, blah blah blah. No. There's going to be more. Plus they want to add something like that you can tune cars. So we speak about fine tuning, maybe final drive, maybe even adding a nitro later. Nitro actually would be an interesting thing, and then you actually watch the race and you figure out when to push nitro. Maybe just bringing it out there, or final drive, or tire pressure and so on. So there are tons of options you can add here. However, I must say, no, I wouldn't like this. This is too much. I mean, let's go into a race. Let's say it's you really go into your last minutes of the race. You're going in, you're going to be like, okay, not only do I need to see, okay, which cars can I beat from here? No, I even need to maybe turn this thing around and then kind of figure out, okay, he has this super part and that part, and now it's a special edition in this direction. I don't have much time, it's only a minute left. Oh no, server is not working. Oh no, and then you lost. For a game where sometimes the last minutes are crucial, I say this is not a good idea in my idea. That is not a good idea to add those kind of tuning events. And then they want to add like maybe different tuning parts, thinking about Liberty Walk maybe, or the aftermarket is huge. There's so many. I mean, you can add like, what about uptuning, uptuned cars, uptuned Audis. Think about an R6 uptuned. Those are, they go crazy. They really go crazy. So I think I do understand they want to make this game more interesting and so on, but I feel like we should not, what's the English word for that, make it too complicated, basically, like this, to say it simple. Overcomplify, I have no idea what the word, overcomplicate, is that a word? If not, let me know down below. But I think Top Drives is Top Drives. It's a card collecting game, and that is cool as it is. Top Drives is not CSR2, and it's not supposed to be CSR2. It doesn't need fancy 3D models. It doesn't need augmented parts. I do like CSR2. I do play it myself. I have my own crew there, CMG crew. If you play CSR2 and you want to join it, don't you worry, you can join. I just feel like no, that feels like a new game. That feels like a new game. There are things which I think Top Drives should fix or should do, and I actually want to do a video tomorrow about this one, and for that I need your help. Let me know down below, first of all, what do you think about all those proposed changes and the roadmap they were telling, and of course let me know what do you think, what HUD should actually fix. With which things from the roadmap are you agreeing, and with which things you're telling like, oh man, HUD should actually do this and HUD should do that. Let me know down below in the comment section. I wish you a pleasant day. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and